Welcome back. I'm your host, Darnell Jackson. In this crypto report, we're going to be talking about how to burr in crypto. But first, make sure you subscribe to your favorite channel on YouTube, Darnell Jackson Crypto. Shout out to all the subscribers. Okay, now look, first I'm gonna play a little meme. All right, so don't jump the gun. It is related. When we're talking about Burr, you can't
cash in the financial system, and there is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve, an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve, an infinite amount of cash.
No, you can't just print more money.
I saved the economy.
We're trillions of dollars in debt. The debt to GDP ratio is out of control. Who's going to pay for it?
Haha. Money printer go Burr.
Yes. And a lot of that money, a lot of this money ended up in real estate. So what I want to talk about today is the Burr method of real estate investing. Now, I know it's not related, but it is somewhat, isn't it? This whole strategy of the Burr, it didn't come out until after the Fed turned on the Burr. So they are similar, aren't they? But what I want you to do is learn a new way of how to obtain this Burr. It's this acronym. I'm going to explain to you how to obtain that in cryptocurrency. Make sure you share this video with your real estate investing friends. The term, the acronym Burr, it stands for buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. Okay, so right away I'm going to show you how you can do a better job in cryptocurrency. What are the two things we're comparing? Well, to start, you buy a property. Here's the first thing that you can improve with cryptocurrency. As we know from the excellent work of people like Michael Saylor, we know that the alpha property is Bitcoin. There is no property that has amassed the incredible value in the amount of time as Bitcoin, as cryptocurrency. So if you're going to invest in a property, you want to invest in the most valuable property. Okay, here's another step. All right. The next step, rehab the property. This is a step that you can completely skip with crypto. There's no property to rehab. All right. Now continuing, the next R is to rent out the property. You can do that. You can do that. You can rent out the property, and you can do it in a way that doesn't require you to have to worry about pesky tenants. All right, so just scrolling down. And then what they do with real estate is they do a refinance. This is a huge pain. If you've ever dealt with banks, you know that this is not a smooth process. Trying to refinance a property that you purchased, especially if you have an existing mortgage on it, is not smooth at all. However, with crypto, this is an extremely smooth process, and you can do it right from your cell phone without having to make any appointments or send in tons of documents and endless underwriting requirements where they want you to send in years of tax returns and hospital bills. You're not going to have to do any of that. And that'll allow you to do what you need to do, which is get the funds from the refinance to buy more property. Now, like I said, in the crypto example, you're going to buy the most valuable property, which is Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. All right. So far, post in the comments if you're up with me to date. If I've left you, that's okay. This will be a recurring theme. I'm creating a playlist for this because I don't know if anyone else is talking about how to use the Burr method in crypto. So I'm thinking that I'm the first one. So I'm going to keep a playlist as I continue to build on this very important idea. Now, let me show you first. Everyone probably understands how to buy a house. You can buy a property here, there, or anywhere. But do you know, and I think most people probably understand how to get cryptocurrency. You can go to Coinbase and you can buy crypto. You can buy cryptocurrency. I think people are pretty familiar with that. So now let me fill in the blanks on the Burr for crypto. So the first point is to buy. Of course, you can go over to Coinbase and you can browse and get your favorite. You can get Bitcoin. Right now it's 60,000, 61,000. You can buy as much of it as you want. You don't have to buy 61,000. You can buy $61 worth of Bitcoin. Okay? So understand that. Or Ethereum or other cryptocurrencies. All right? So now you've covered the B part. That's the buy. So now let's get into the financing part. I'm going to jump over to Celsius. This is the Celsius app. Who is Celsius? Celsius is the oldest, the most experienced entity in this lending crypto space. No one's been doing it longer than Celsius. So let's just go with their rates. You can probably find someone that'll give you a loan on your crypto for a lower rate, but we're just going to go with the big dog right now. So let's just say you want to borrow $1,000. You want $1,000. You're going to have to come with some Bitcoin for collateral, and they'll lend you up to 50% loan to value. And if you get a 1-year loan, this loan is going to cost you about $90. Can you see that? They give you an option where you can pay the interest with their cryptocurrency, and you can save a little bit with that option. But in this video, I want you to first accept the point that you can finance your Bitcoin, and it's going to cost you 8.9%. Let me circle that. That's the rate you're paying on the money. And that's going to be a total of about $90 in a year. That's going to be your cost to to go ahead and borrow against your Bitcoin. Okay? All right. Now I'm going to jump over to my spreadsheet where I have showed you a few things here, a few options. All right. And so what you have in the spreadsheet, you have Bitcoin, you have the amount that you started off with, you're borrowing 50% of that. And you can see your return and your loan costs and your total costs for the loan. Okay, so if you borrow $1,000, your loan rate is 8.9%. Then the total borrowed is $1,000. So your total cost will be $1,090. So in this example, every option, I'm providing you 4 options, and in every one of them, I'm getting all of the money from the same place, Celsius, and it costs $90 for the loan, and you got to put down 50%. Okay? If that's not clear to you, don't worry. This topic, there'll be a series, there'll be follow-up videos. So now that you've got the money, you bought it, you've refinanced it. So how do you rent it, right? That's the next step in the Burr process. The rent is the income. With crypto, you're not going to rent the property. You're going to stake it. Staking it is one of the options. So let's take a look at the staking options. Right now, let's start at the lowest rate that I found, 12%, which is advertised with, let's jump over here to Nexo. On their website, they're advertising that they'll pay you 12% on your crypto. Now, you may have to trade to a typical, you may have to trade to USD coin. If you put in $1,000 for 12 months, you may have to go to a different, let's say USD coin is 12%. So you have to select the right cryptocurrency to get that rate. So I think if you put in our example, we put in $1,000. And so in 12 months, you'd have $1,103. All right. So that's giving you an idea of where you can start to earn some income from the money you borrowed. You borrowed the money, it cost you 9%. So you can rent the same money and earn, on my first example, 12%. That leaves you a 3% arbitrage. Are you following me so far? Do like this if you are. Post a 1 in the comments if you got me. Okay, so now following the Burr, right? That was the real estate investing strategy. So now the Burr, right? The buy, rent, the buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. So now we can skip that. We can skip the rehab. We can go right to the refinance, and we can go to the rental. Now let me show you how you can get higher paying rent, higher paying passive income. The first option I showed you was Nexo, and they had staking. They had a staking rate of 12%. All right. So now I'm going to show you the next highest rate, which is with Pancake Swap. To do this, you'll need a crypto wallet. So let me jump over to the Coinbase Wallet. The Coinbase Wallet is a different app than your regular Coinbase application. Okay. Now in the Coinbase Wallet, I'm going to go into the Browse tab, and I'm going to go right to Pancake Swap. I've already made a favorite, but you can browse to pancakeswap.finance in order to see the options. It's important that you browse to this address from the browser in your wallet. You can use MetaMask. In this example, I'm just showing you this. You actually need to use MetaMask with Pancake Swap in order to make it work. But I'm just showing you the options in the Coinbase Wallet app. I just want to show you the what you can make, the money you can make. All right. So right in the Pancake Swap, I click on Earn. It gives me an option between farms and pools. I'm going to click on farms, because I think the next option I showed you was the farm. So let me click on farm. Okay. So it's going to pull up the farms, and right away you see the BNB Pancake Swap farm pays an annual percentage rate of 45.77%. Okay. So that is insane. And that's a 1-year stake, and that's going to give you an excellent return. So if you put in $1,000, then you're looking at a 521 return. This is the $1,000 that you got after borrowing against your Bitcoin, which Michael Saylor has already told us is the alpha predator in the world in terms of being an asset, in terms of being a value, in terms of being something that's holding value in our modern world. So you already get to keep the appreciation for your crypto, for your actual Bitcoin. So you take a loan against it, and then you got that money out here working at a 50% annualized return. This is what makes people so excited about cryptocurrency. Now remember, that was my first option. That was my second option. Okay, so I talked about farming. So let me go to the pool. Back to PancakeSwap. Now I will close that window and I will go to Earn and I'll go to Pools. Now the Liquidity Pool is providing money to the exchange to help it function. Right away you can see there's an auto cake pool that pays 71% that I don't even include. I'm just going to talk about the manual PancakeSwap pool that pays 54%. So you can see what that's going to do for your portfolio. 54% APY. That's after your expenses for your loan. You're going to be making $550. So this is extremely lucrative, as you can already see. But I have another option. If you want to get a little bit more risky and make even more money, then you can get up to 100% APY, and I'm going to show you how right now. And you can do this. I'm going to go back to the wallet and I want to show you this. I'm going to go back home and I've already saved the bookmark for Axie Infinity. This is the most popular play to earn game in crypto, and it is being funded through staking. Right now they are paying, you see it on the screen, 124% APR to stake the AXS token. Let me just say that one more time. That's 124% APR to stake this token. Let me show you what that looks like on the spreadsheet. So here you are, you've got the $1,000 from Celsius. You started with 2,000 of Bitcoin. You put it into Celsius as collateral. You borrow 1,000. You take that 1,000, you put it in Celsius. 1 year later, that $1,000 has now duplicated itself and is now $1,240. Post in the comments if you are aware of this process. Have you heard of the Burr method for crypto? Post in the comments. Is this the first time that you've heard this be described? Is this the first time? Post in the comments. So I want to start the conversation. I've been working on this for a minute. You may have noticed that I haven't been posting. I have been obsessing over this spreadsheet, trying to figure out what I was just looking at, and I am amazed at the return. One of the things that popped my eyeballs out my head was this number, even with Celsius and Nexo. To get a 11% ROI, this would be equivalent to a 10 cap rate in real estate. If you're able to obtain a 10 cap rate in real estate, this is the golden grail of real estate investing. It means that your real estate is paying you back at a rate of 10% per year. So in 10 years, your property is completely paid for, free and clear. So you're able to accomplish a 10% cap rate without having to go through 50 different real estate properties, deal with difficult people who don't want to sell their property, because with real estate you have to deal with distressed homes in order to yield that type of return usually. And that's why you make the return, is because of their improvements to the property. In the crypto Burr, you can skip that entire process. So I'm very excited about this. I want to share this and continue this conversation. Make sure you post in the comments your feedback on this if you've never heard about this process. And until the next time, like this video. If you haven't liked this video, make sure you share it with somebody who will. Until the next time, we'll be covering the Burr. Look out for the Burr playlist. Peace.